Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger, man. Now, first things first, thank you, God, to the man upstairs for giving us another day and opportunity. Shout out to y'all, the Rich family, for continuously showing your support. I got a very special video in store for y'all today. But before that, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And let's go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, I'm going to be bringing y'all the best 2K23 build to make if they keep the builder system the same. Now, without a doubt, I think there is a high percentage that we're going to see something very similar to the next gen builder system. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start out by making this build out of the small forward position. When it comes down to the height, I feel like 6'5" is pretty balanced. If you go 6'6", I feel like that's more of an oversized dribbler. You can even go with 6'4". I'm going to go with 6'5". Then for the weight, I'm going to hit y'all with 175 and then a 6'8" wingspan. Now that's going to allow us to unlock all of the pro dribble moves as well as still be able to get all of the elite contact dunks. So for my opinion, I would have to say when it comes to this build, I would really consider it to be the one bringing up the ball or pretty much being the main point guard of the team. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the finishing. I'm going to go with the 50 for the close shot. The driving layup is pretty optional. I'm going to go with the 72. And then to unlock all of the elite contact dunks, I'm going to go with a 92. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and try to get more than 17 badges. But if you're considering this to be your 2K23 build, I'm really looking at making sure that we're able to get the contact dunks, finish at the rim when it comes down to layups as well as getting contact dunks. But then when it comes down to the shooting, this is going to be the area of the build that I'm going to focus more on. So from what we have heard on 2K23, mid-range is going to be very effective compared to previous years, but when it comes down to the three-pointer, I'm going to go ahead and put this maxed out at a 90. Now that's going to bring us up to a total of 28 badges. Now as for the free throw, I'm going to be able to take this build into any game mode because I did bring this up to a 70. Now, if you want to go ahead and try to get more than 28 badges, that's pretty optional, but I'm letting you know right now, if you're looking to make a balanced all-around build with some overpowered shooting as well as finishing, I feel like this is going to be the absolute best build to work with. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, I'm going to go with a pass accuracy of an 82. As for the ball handle, this is going to be an 87. Now for the speed with ball, you can max this out or go with an 86. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is, and right here, we get a total of 29 playmaking badges. Now for the defensive area, this is really optional. If you want to go ahead and do it different from what I'm about to bring y'all, go ahead and test the waters. But what I'm going to do is be very specific with the badge count as well as the attributes. So for the perimeter defense, I'm going to go with an 81. Steal, you can max this out, but I'm going to go with the 79. Then for the block, I'm going to go with a 65. Now right here, we get a total of 16 defensive badges. And remember, since we did get extra badge points throughout the season, I feel like in 2K23, that's definitely going to be an option as well. And consider adding extra badges towards this defensive area or even the shooting. Now let's go ahead and get into the physicals. I'm going to go with an 86 speed. As for the acceleration, I'm going to go with the 90. Now to be able to unlock all of the elite contact dunks, make sure that you go with an 80 vertical at least. And then for the stamina, I'm going to go with a 94. Now this is pretty much what the build is going to be looking like. I feel like we have everything that we're going to need out of the offensive end. And if you're looking to make this the #1 ball handler on your team, the defensive area is something that you do not even need to worry about. You can play up on the perimeter. Then if you consider bind boost, which will give you a +4, that's going to give you a big boost towards the defensive area. But if you do run with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame, floor general, and defensive leader, that's going to be a +8 in total. Now, Consider that added on to the perimeter defense. That's going to be somewhere around an 89, pretty much a 90. And then for the takeovers, we get the slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and then the final one is going to be the playmaking. So all 4 of these takeovers are pretty solid. Not only will you be able to help yourself out, but as well as your teammates. Now for the first takeover, if this is going to be my 2K23 build, I would definitely pick limitless range sharpshooting takeover for the first one. Super overpowered, and it always has been, and I don't feel like it's going to change if they bring it back, which I more than likely believe that they're going to. Now, as for the second takeover, if you want to be able to be more of a slasher, you definitely can do that, but what I'm considering is really the shot creating takeover. Now, I would normally go with ankle breaking shots, but honestly, pull-up precision is super overpowered, especially paired up with limitless range. Now, however you decide to go about the build and the making, make sure that you base it off of your own playstyle as well as everything to your own preference. Now, like I said, pull-up precision is the takeover that I would go with. Let's go ahead and check out the build that we created. And as y'all can see, for my 2K23 build, I'm going to go ahead and create a two-way three-point playmaker. Now, with all the boosts taken into consideration, if they do end up bringing back a +4 once we get to 99 overall, that's only going to make these builds much more overpowered. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look. With all the boosts taken into consideration, I would have to say the shooting is going to be super overpowered, but then go ahead and take a look what the finishing will look like with a +8. We're going to be able to get a 99 driving dunk as well as pretty much a 99 three-pointer on this build. Now, if you do pick the playmaking takeover, you're going to be able to break ankles even more, but then the ball handling and your speed with ball is going to get a huge boost. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the badges. Now, keep in mind, you can always go about these based to your own preference, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Hall of Fame, Limitless Takeoff, as well as Gold Posterizer. Now, I do like Slithery Finisher, but one badge that I normally do like to throw on is honestly Bronze Fearless Finisher. So if you want to, you can change the tiers of some badges as I go about it. I'm going to go with Bronze just for Fearless Finisher, and then Gold Slithery Finisher. For the final badge, if you want to, I would go with Unstrippable. Now, as for the finishing, I really feel like this is complete. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the shooting. We got a total of 28 badges right here. So if you're really looking to use this build for the final days of 2K22, remember, we have the potential of getting 9 extra badges unlocked because of each season this year. Now, I'm going to go with Gold Deadeye. At least, I'm going to throw on Bronze Green Machine. Then from there, Hot Zone Hunter as well as Sniper. Now, we still got a good amount of badges to remain. So if you want to, this is the perfect area to spread the wealth with, just so that way you're able to boost your shooting percentage. But honestly, I feel like we're going to be able to get a good amount of badges that we have seen in 2K22 back into 2K23. Now, to everybody who is watching right now, be sure to comment down below. Where are you tuning in from? And as for 2K23 builds, what are you looking to make going into the new year? Now, I know the game is only about anywhere from 18 to 19 days left. I'm really excited about it. And if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and hit that sub button. I'm uploading every single day, and I do not want y'all to miss. But as far as when it comes down to 2K23, I'm going to be dropping every single update about the game until its release day. So just know, if you want the latest news, be sure to stay tuned, and I most definitely got y'all. Now go ahead and let me know, what do y'all think about this build that I have created so far? I know a few people will stay tuned and continue to play 2K22 until they see what 2K23 is looking like. So if you are one of those people, I feel like this is going to be one of the very best builds to continue to use throughout the days that you play 2K22. Now, as for the badge count, the only thing that I'm going to recommend for the playmaking will be that you go with gold handles for days, as well as at least Bronze Unpluckable. Now, I do like Gold Quick First Step as well as tight handles, but this is all based on my own preference as well as the style of play that I like to run. Now, as for the final 2 badges, I would go with 2 Bronze, or you can go ahead and change any of the tiers of what we already have put on. Now, again, this is all based to how I feel like it's going to be the absolute best setup to help you guys out as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the defensive area. We get 16 badges here. So if you have those 9 extra badge upgrades, throw them into this area and it's really going to help you out. But as for the badges, I'm going to go with silver clamps as well as bronze rim protector. From there, I'm going to go with silver intimidator. Pickpocket is going to be a very solid badge to work with, but for the final 6, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all put this to your own liking. But as far as for the 2K22 year, thank you to those of y'all who have supported me entirely of every single video that I have posted as well as update. So man, with all that being said, thank you for the support one more time. Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. And y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications so you can be a part of the rich family. And let's reach 50 likes on today's video for this 2K23 build. But with all that being said, man, y'all better comment down below. Where did you tune in from today? Thank you, God, for this opportunity. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.